Okay, this is part 2. We're just above Essex. I just hit a turn out there where there was a river put in. Everybody was putting in boats there. I'm heading toward Columbia Falls. Another goat lick, wildlife viewing area. Maybe let's go down and take a look. But with more goats, what do you call them? The Rocky Mountain billy goats. I haven't seen one. I'm trying to think. Is it open? I didn't see her till I turned. Kind of looking into the I'm trying to think if I've seen a billy, the white billy goat. I see guys with jet skis. I wonder if that's what they're looking at across the way. There's toilets here. I bet you they're looking across at that slope. There was some snow up on one of the. I don't know what we're looking for. Yeah, it looks like the white billy goats. They like that steep. And I wonder if they're. One of the craziest things I ever saw was Kaibab in the north rim of the Grand Canyon. It was really the first place I saw it. God, 30, 40 years ago. The deer were licking the center stripe. It was like the herd migration was going on. They were moving from, they were moving from high down to low. It was September, October. But anyway, I finally asked one of the workers there, what are they licking? And I guess there's the salt, from the road. I guess when they were throwing salt for the snow. But they were licking the center stripe. I don't know whether it was more in the center. That's that forester guy there. He must be hiking somewhere. I know we had salt licks, as a kid growing up, like for the cows, we had mineral blocks, salt licks. But there was a couple stretches where in the Kaibab that you'd see 50, 70 deer in a mile. They were all out licking that. I don't think I saw it anywhere before that. On the highway like that. I've seen them in salt licks. But I wonder if those billy goats come down. I'm trying to think if goats do that. I'm trying to remember if our goats would lick the blocks. Probably sit there bring a spotting scope. I've got 10 by 42 binoculars. You could probably glass that mountain over there and pick up some billy goats. But being all white, they should stand out pretty good. 10x50s, the bigger ones, I mean, they're better for long range, but I usually have to put those on a tripod because there's just too much wobble in them, you know, when you're looking long range. Bring you some 10x50s or a good spot and scope. I don't have my spotter with me. I got just my 10x42s. Oh, you know what? I think I do have my spotter. Those deer or rocks? Oh, they gotta be rocks. I said they look like deer at first. And that kind of reddish color. Here's a place here people are camping. There's a launch. I can't believe that guy camped right on the launch. What a dick. He's taking up half the launch. He just backed his trail up and dropped the ramp. And then never pulled off the launch. So if two people pull up the launch, one of them's got to sit and wait. There's a bunch of rafts right there going down. Here's Essex here. Old railhead town. A lot of old rail cars up there in the woods there. Cabooses. If you're a railroad fan, that's a must stop. They got the old Rocky Mountain line, I think it was called. It's got a billy goat on the side. I was wondering, there's on the other side of the tracks there was some homes. I wonder if that's the road. There was a road that gets over across the tracks. I think that's where that one house I was looking for was, over there. I'll have to look at a map, but my maps work, but my internet doesn't appear. Or maybe is that the road? Somewhere back there there's a road that crosses the railroad tracks. Like an old hotel cabins here. They don't look like they're used though. And the old Hughes Starnet, I think that was the Iridium then. Hughes bought it. I almost went to work for Iridium, Motorola Iridium, the first LEO satellite, low Earth orbit, lazy booth drive. Anyway, now that Starlink is out, you keep seeing these launches. I don't know if you see the vapor trails of the launches, but they're putting up satellites. I got my Starlink now in the camp. I got the roaming plan, so I can go anywhere. There's so many satellites now that even in the one campground I was at down by Lolo, Montana, it was completely covered in pine trees. I have one little window to the north. I didn't think it would hook up, but it took a little bit. It found it. Then it had me move it a little bit, reorientate it, the antenna. It's a square about 1.5 by a foot. Lays kind of flat, kind of an angle, and I just moved it a little bit, like it said. It showed me which way to turn it, and boom, locked up. I was surprised. But they said the last Starlink launch, they're coming out of Vandenberg, California. I don't know if you've seen videos or pictures of it. It's beautiful. But I think they put up 22 satellites. I forget how many Iridium. Iridium was going to have a couple thousand. They ran out of money. Or Motorola just ran out of investors, maybe. I was kind of leery about putting in for a job there because it was so new. And those contracts are like feast or famine. A year and then boom, nothing. That's the way aerospace was. And I looked at working on the Predator when the Predator drone first came out. The A models up at Edwards Air Force Base. But it was like traveling. They were still crashing them then. They hadn't figured out how to keep them in the air. But I had a girl and she wanted to get married, and that was going to include a lot of travel. And I just got out of the service, and I knew she wasn't going to put up with that. So I had to turn that. I couldn't take that job. They made a nice offer though. General Atomics was the company. There's some, I don't know if you can see down on the right, see the rafts. Oh, that looks like fun. See if I can hit a turnout up here. There's a guy behind me. Man. Sometimes turnouts aren't the best. Option. Curious if these guys are. Here's more access here. Paula Creek. In fact, that's what the house I was trying to find was on East Paula Creek Road. Oh yeah, these are the guys driving down on the gravel bars. Some of these guys are camped, yeah, right down on the gravel bar. A lot of room in that one, but it's pretty full. If you want to pull right down to the river on the gravel bar, you don't have your little camp right there. That's a good spot. I should have went in there. That would be south of Essex, or no, northwest of Essex. And here's a place with ice and a little store here. Lodgepole Lane. That was one of the roads I was looking for. But it said Essex. I wonder if this is still considered Essex. Next time back, I'll look at that. A lot of homes right here. But this is about 5 miles from Essex. I wonder what little town. Let me see if my map. Pinnacle. This is Pinnacle. That's probably not the. Oh my God! There's some tagging back there on the utility box. You hate to see that in a beautiful area. Here's an inn. I think they had a cafe. Yeah, there's a cafe. Glacier Haven. RV park. Oh, you know what? I wanted to see about. Where's that RV park at? I'm gonna go in and see about. I gotta move, but I'm just curious what. Where's the RV park at? I'm not sure where to go in at. Somebody's house there. I see RVs over there, but huh. Maybe it used to be an RV. I see an RV. see one little, that looked like somebody's house. Or is this it here? This may be it. Yeah, campground, yep. Wrong place. Oh! Vacancy. RV campground, that's what we're looking for. Where I'm at, because of that concert, they're booked from like Thursday to next Tuesday. So I need to find another place. I figured out to move half an hour away. That's it for now. See ya.